What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day. Happy New Year, and I hope your 2024 holiday season went very well. First vlog of the year, and excuse me if I am a little rusty. It has been a little over a month since I posted a video, let alone picked up the camera. But in this video, I would like to just go over some small highlights of 2024 and let you guys know what the plan is for 2025. 2024 was yet again another wholesome and successful year, both business-wise and in my personal life. A lot of W's, and honestly, again, I cannot be any more grateful for all your guys' support, whether you support me through watching the videos, buy the merch, or just know me personally. Again, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate all the love. And in 2025, I only want to elevate my goals and just continue to work hard and build more cool cars for you guys for the channel, and let you know that anything essentially is possible as long as you're diligent, disciplined, and consistent. But biggest highlight of 2024 was getting the R32 Nissan Skyline resurrected. My proudest achievement, honestly, for 2024 was getting the R32 Nissan Skyline resurrected. In a nutshell, in 2023, and we pulled the RB20 and we cleaned the engine bay. In the beginning of 2024, February, we purchased a stock RB25 Neo from my buddy Ian up in California. We then went ahead and stripped it down to a bare long block. We got the motor built, essentially started accumulating nothing but the best parts on the market. We got the engine bay painted, came out amazing. A huge shout out to my boy John. We got the motor back from Albert, essentially 700 horsepower potential, bulletproof RB25 Neo, built head, semi-built block, got all the oil restrictors, nice juicy Garrett G3770 turbo, R-Tech manifold, got the Greddy intake plenum, beautiful fabrication done by Devin at GSK Fab with full vibrant HD clamps. Like, we got everything, like everything in this car is essentially now new besides the coilovers it came with. Now we got all the Chase Bays goodies. And now the Skyline currently runs amazing. I haven't honestly touched it too much since the last video, but the Skyline is essentially now ready for dyno. It's just a matter of me making time to schedule the appointment. And if you guys do remember the last video, I was having major complications with my shifter. So a little after the show, or a couple weeks after the show, I sent the shifter to Albert and he got this thing fixed, and it is super notchy. Like, this thing feels amazing. So happy with it. And essentially all we have left to finalize the build is, of course, get it tuned. It should make 600 wheel on E85, no problem. I would like to buy new coilovers for the Skyline, as well as get some rear drop knuckles for the Skyline, finalize the alignment, and start making content with this thing. Cars and coffee, car shows, POV footage, and then I would like to do another build and breakdown on how much the third rendition of the Skyline costed me. Transitioning over to my lovely JZX100 Mark II. This thing was shown a little bit of love in 2024 because, you know, the Skyline was our main focus last year. But last year for the Mark II, we got ourselves some authentic Ganondors. We bought the new Serial 9 IS300 tension arms, which I still need to get the Mark II aligned. I did buy a full OEM swap from Japan. A huge shout out to Sushi Had Me Like for getting me all the parts. We have a JZX100 R154 transmission and every single nut, bolt, and gasket for the swap from Japan, Toyota. And also, I think Black Friday or some kind of sale Haltech was having, I did went ahead and purchased a standalone from Haltech. I just went with Nothing super crazy. I just went with another Elite 2500 since I swear by Holotech, and the 2500 has all the race functions, and also got this thing like $600 off. Here we have the plug and play adapter. We can just go ahead and plug this into the standalone and then into the OEM wiring for the Mark II to complete the swap. And all we need now is a twin plate OS Geiken clutch, and I can finally do the manual swap on the Mark II. And in 2025, the list of things we need to do for the Mark II is, of course, do the swap and enjoy it for the time being. With the transition being out, I think I may or may not pull the motor for the swap. I know I don't have to, but I would like to give this thing a little bit of a refresh. I do need to remove the oil pans and reseal it since it is leaking a little bit. And I'm thinking about just rebuilding this turbo, sending it to Albert to upgrade the wheel and just do some maintenance on it because it does stink a little bit. End of February, early March, we are going to be going to California, my brother and I, to visit Jacob at Shock the Mob to pick up our BN Sports Type 2 body kit. We got the front bumper, side skirt, rear bumper. I also ordered the, I think, 20 or 30 millimeter BN Sports fenders from stock. So we will have a decent amount of arch now. I can take out a little bit of this camber because I think a -8 degrees up front is a little bit excessive. And then of course we got to get the Mark II realigned and then enjoy the car as it is, take it to shows. It's not going to look the prettiest. It's definitely going to look like a project car all mismatched, but that's okay. Enjoy for the time being, and then when I am fully ready with all the parts, we will be pulling the 1J and giving it a refresh like we did the Skyline. Build the head, just refresh the bottom end, bulletproof it, top mount turbo, G3770 Arctic manifold, and then get all this stuff cleaned up. And if this year allows it, I will be respraying the whole car, which just makes sense with the motor out. I can hit the bay and the body at the same time. I'm really hoping to do some form of red, but I know it definitely is on the pricier side, but our plan B will be doing like a very nice pearlescent pearl white. But we'll see how the year treats us, because I do also want to revamp the garage. Definitely needs a lot of love between the drywall, getting everything painted, new LED lights, and I really want to epoxy the garage floor. In terms of buying a project car in 2025 to be built in 2026, it's still up to, I guess, negotiation for myself personally. I honestly do not have the space at my house to park another car. My garage and my driveway is currently full, but I am planning on working with my HOA to see if I can relocate some trees, knock down a wall to build a bigger swinging gate, and park cars in a car in my backyard, since I do have a 3rd acre. It's pretty big, and get that paved, which would be awesome. But as you all know, the next project car is going to be an S15. I'm debating if I should just go ahead and buy a spec car. The prices are a little bit crazy, a little bit high right now for a spec car, and of course we'll be doing the same formula like we always do with my cars, R2 and the Skyline. But I'm also thinking I do want to go a little bit all out on the next build. I do want a wide body build, a motor swap build, or a motor that didn't come in the original chassis. So I'm thinking about maybe buying a manual Spec S that already has Spec R Aero, and we can go ahead and swap a 1JZ in it. I know it's been done plenty of times before, but that is also another dream of mine, and it is very, very feasible. And I just, at the time, would just daily the Spec S until we accumulate all the parts again and get the Mark II squared away, and we'll be ready for business in 2026. But let me know what you guys think about that plan in the comments below. All right, everyone, and on that note, that is all I have for you in this short video. Again, I apologize, it's not super exciting, but just wanted to give a brief recap on 2024, let you all know the business plans for 2025, and hopefully the next video will be us trailering the Skyline to UMS in Phoenix, getting it dyno tuned, making 600 wheel on the 85. I need to get this done as soon as possible because I am missing out on potential content between Cars and Coffee, car shows, and just honestly just straight driving the car as well. So many people are asking me to bring this thing out, but again, Skyline is only on a base map and I can only drive the car so far without worrying if something's going to run too rich or run too lean, and the last thing I want is the motor going out. But really confident again in Albert's in my work, building the R25 Neo, and I know this thing is going to make jam and it's going to last me essentially the rest of my life. But incredibly stoked on driving this thing. And if you guys have any ideas for the channel, let me know what you all want to see in the comments below. Again, definitely street driving, POV footage, maybe some skits, and definitely car shows. And I do want to take the Skyline to at least one drift event this year. I feel like I'd be doing Albert an injustice not driving this car to its full potential. But I know guys, it's going to be another great year for not only myself, but for you all as well. So on that note, thank you again for all the continued love and support. And if you're new to the channel too, want to hit the subscribe button, that'd be awesome. And remember, aim high, drive low. We'll catch next video. Take care.